Welcome back to the Common Sense Grandma. My name is Michelle, and we are continuing our series of common sense meal planning. So I have this printout here that I will have available for you down below in the notes and also on my website, thecommonsensgrandma.com. You can print this out. Now, how I printed this one, I did it back to back. And I had my daughters go over it and see what they thought. They liked it. I made a few little tweaks. But what I like about this is I broke it up by chicken, ethnic favorites, beef, soup and sandwich, vegetarian, freezer meals, pasta, and seafood. I thought those were all good genres, whatever you want to call it, that most of us probably eat. Now, maybe you have your own and you can cross it out and put something else down if you would like. Now, what I did was, I think I showed this last week. They're like 20-something meals that I compiled from our kids, and even my husband told me this week, he told me his top 5. They were already on the list, so that worked out well. So in our meal planning printout here, we've got, the first page, and then what I just showed you, you pull from your master list. These are for 7 days worth of meals, and then breakfast and lunch ideas if you want to write down. I don't really write down what we're having for breakfast, maybe on the weekend, but not usually. Same with lunch. Lunch is usually leftovers, or we figure it out. But on this page, I like this because it says use up first. So you can put here, I have lettuce because I have 6 heads of lettuce, just the romaine. They're not real big. They're from Sam's Club. That we finished the 6th one last night, and so I did a pickup order last night, and I have 6 more, so we need to go through them. And then prep ahead, chop vegetables, cook beans, make bread, cook rice, hard boil eggs if you need to pull freezer meals out or make some, things like that. And then here is some inventory that you can do for your pantry staples and your freezer. And then here is 14 meals that you can write down to pull from your master list. I didn't make a page for the master list, and I'm wondering if I should do that. I don't think so. I think you can just pull from your own notebook. But what I have on ours, so for our family favorites that I pulled from my paper there, and yes, I made mistakes in scribbling. I'm not perfect. I will never say I am, and I like to just be real. Other folks that I watch, they're real. I'm not going to be perfect and go do another take or something like that. No, we're all here to help each other, bless each other. As moms and grandmas, getting our meal plan together is so important. And I had no idea how stressful this was for me until this week when I had my list and I wrote things down, and I was like, oh, this calm came over me because, okay, I can make all of this that I have on my list, my 7-day list. I have everything. And probably for my 14-day list, I also have everything. I did do a small grocery shop at Walmart the other day. I had to pick up my husband's meds, and it was so fun. I made him go with me. He doesn't usually go in the store, but now that he's home full time, I said, you need to get out of the house. You're going with me. And that was actually nice. We didn't buy a lot. I think I only spent maybe $40. And then last night I had a pickup order from Sam's Club. I think it was maybe 120. And that was, I got a 6-pack of water of the gallons just to keep water on hand in case of earthquake prep. And I did get 6 packages of organic grass-fed ground beef and a big package of chicken thighs, boneless, skinless. that was the only meat I bought. And then I did get just some other things, you know, bell peppers, strawberries, lettuce, a few things like that. And we're good otherwise. We have vegetables. Our garden is producing. We're getting about 5 cucumbers a day. So my neighbors are going to be getting cucumbers probably tomorrow, but I'm really excited about this. It's like this calm has come over me, and I'm looking forward to school getting out. I don't know how you guys are, but I love having my grandkids here. I really do. But I've had the baby, the 6-month-old, for probably 3 or 4 weeks in a row now, 5:45 a.m. on one day of the week, all the way for 11 hours. That's a long time. And so when I have the little grandkids, I just take that day off and I, you know, cater to them. That's just how I am. I prefer to spend that time with them. So I can't work on things like this. And maybe I could, you know, when our kids were growing up, I managed to get everything done. But nowadays I want to be the attentive grandma. And so I am looking forward. This was the last week of school for my daughter. She's teaches nursing. And so I will have a little bit more time to put into this whole project here, which I'm looking forward to. I love watching the baby too. I'll still watch the baby, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get back to this. So for our family favorite meals, under chicken, I wrote down tikka masala. That should really be under the ethnic. And I'm not going to say I put everything on here. I just was writing this down. I had already done this the other day, and then I had changed things around a little bit, so I wrote them out again. It's not perfect, but it's a start. Then we have chicken parm, piccata, chicken pot pie, which I made the other day. Oldest granddaughter loves her some chicken pot pie. And I'll tell you, friends, it was so simple. I used pie crust I had in the freezer, and I just put some chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, in the small Instant Pot. And so that way I had the chicken and the broth, and then just took that out, cut it up, used that broth to make the sauce, and used frozen vegetables, and it went really quick, and it was just delicious. So pulling together chicken pot pie yourself is not hard if you have crust ready to go, especially if you have chicken cooked, but I cooked it, it was quick. Anyway, chicken Caesar salad. Under beef, we have Swedish meatballs, stroganoff, Mississippi pot roast, Salisbury steak, and meatloaf. Under ethnic, I wrote adobo and pancit. It's Filipino food. Tikka masala should be there. And I wanted to mention, I don't know if you know this, but you can make tikka masala. You know, there's chicken tikka masala. You can make tikka masala vegan with garbanzo beans, and instead of using heavy cream, you can use coconut cream or coconut milk. My younger daughter makes that a lot also. They're not vegan, but you know, we like to have our vegetarian vegan meals also. So I don't know if you knew that, but there are a lot of recipes out there. Just go on Pinterest and you'll pick up quite a few. Then we have haystacks and tacos, burritos, that sort of thing. I didn't finish writing out all of this part, but under soup and sandwich, I put veggie burgers, sloppy joes. You know, there's a lot, especially in the summer. It's nice to just have sandwiches and a salad for dinner instead of heating the house up. So just a thought. Under vegetarian, I wrote Buddha bowls, which we usually make. Those are usually vegan, but if you want to use some rotisserie chicken, things like that, then it's not vegetarian, but we make it vegetarian. We make it vegan actually. Potato egg curry, scrambled tofu, cottage cheese patties. You're gonna go, what is that? It's like Salisbury steak, but you use cottage cheese. And maybe sometime I'll not just write out the recipe, but I'll make it for you. It is delicious. And then mushroom stroganoff. I make a stroganoff that you use mushrooms instead of meat. That is also delicious. Freezer meals. So far, our favorite freezer meal has been a chicken cacciatore. I didn't write them all down here, but I did write, that one has been our favorite. Under pasta, chicken spaghetti, we use Pioneer Woman's recipe. lasagna, spaghetti, just regular old spaghetti, chicken Alfredo, and Cajun chicken pasta. On the chicken Alfredo, I put broccoli. I think I made this for you one time. I put broccoli at the end of the pasta cooking. I throw it in there for 1 or 2 minutes and it cooks the broccoli just right. It's not too cooked. And that way there's a vegetable in there. And then under seafood, I have salmon patties, salmon with garlic chips. It's an Asian garlic chips. They're in a jar and you just sprinkle them on top. I'm gonna be honest, it's not the most healthiest recipe, but it is so good. You just take a piece of salmon, you spread mayonnaise, very Samoan style. You spread mayonnaise and then you sprinkle on the garlic chips, a teeny bit of soy sauce, salt and pepper, bake it in the oven for however long, depends on the size of your salmon, until the garlic chips are a little crispy on top. It is so good. And then we have mahi-mahi. I make a lime sauce to go with that, fish tacos, and then Dover sole and a lemon butter sauce. So these are just some of our favorites that I wrote down. So this week, lasagna, I'm probably gonna make that tomorrow. We have a graduation for the five-year-old. She's 5, her kindergarten. She's graduating, going into regular kindergarten, so gotta go to that. So I'll probably put lasagna in I have a casserole slow cooker thing. I'm probably gonna put that in there. Then we have Cajun chicken pasta. Since we have so many bell peppers, I thought, okay, well, those go in there. That's also Pioneer Woman recipe. Swedish meatballs, potato egg curry, chicken pot pie we already had, salmon patties, and sloppy joes. And then for breakfast, I thought since all of the big grandkids will be here this weekend, biscuits and gravy and a hash. And then I put here, of course, use up first the lettuce. Gotta eat salad every day because I also have lettuce growing outside. And then I've got a lot of frozen chicken. And then for our 14-day meal, what I just mentioned, all of those items, and then Salisbury steak, scrambled tofu, chicken parm, cottage cheese patties, sloppy joes, veggie burgers, chicken tikka masala, lasagna, Cajun chicken pasta, like that. So those are our 14-day possibilities. Now, what I like about this is I'm not having to figure out, okay, each day I can just look at this and look at that list. What do I have time to make? Because sometimes, we're busy and I want something easy. So I can just look at that list, okay, and maybe there's carryover from chicken I had cooked one day, I can carry it over. We'll see how that goes. But at least I have an idea now. I have everything to make those 14 meals. They're all on hand. I don't need to go to the store, which I'm happy about. I know this last month I showed a lot of grocery hauls, and I thought of showing my grocery hauls for what I needed here, but honestly it wasn't all that much that I needed, other than the ground beef and a few items, for lettuce, things like that. And so I thought I don't need to show you another grocery haul. But I hope you're enjoying this series. Next week we will continue on with our series. And again, like I said, I will have this available to print out below and also on the website. And I just wanted to show you something. I was going through my pantry, extended pantry, and I've got a lot of these jars of, this is cranberry juice. And to make this, I don't know if you've ever made it, but it is so easy. I buy cranberries from Azure Standard. They're in a big box, they're frozen. And I just use, this looks like about a cup. I don't know how much is in here. This is, a quart jar. But I put probably a cup of cranberries frozen, a 1/4 cup of sugar to a 1/3 cup of sugar, and then filtered water, and just can them. I don't remember how many minutes I ran these. I'm not sure. I would have to go back and check. But these are from August 2024, so we need to drink this. But it is the most refreshing on ice, just like this. If you want to add a little Sprite or sparkling water. It's a real nice pick-me-up, especially in the evenings, like when I'm making dinner or something. So just thought I would share that with you. That's an idea. And it costs way less than buying cranberry juice. You know, I forget what it's called, cranapple, I don't know. Whatever the brand is at the store. This, you know what's in here. There's just cranberries, water, and a little bit of sugar. And I know some people actually don't put any sugar in here, and they just do it that way. But to me, I want a little bit of sugar, just that little bit of sweetness. It helps. Anyway, I hope you're all having a blessed day. Thank you for being here and visiting with me today. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.